Whoops. All right. Had a little technical difficulty there for just 1 second, but we got right back. Oh, I've got you on mute right for just a second. I'm just going to make a few announcements. Not this next weekend, which is Derby. The weekend after, Jason Ringenberg's album release party on his farm in Bon Aqua, Tennessee. He's actually holding a concert on his farm in Bon Aqua, Tennessee. Tickets are only $10. You can get them at jasonringenberg.com. It's going to be. I've got mine. I've got my tickets already. I'm not missing this. As most of you know, he was a guest a few weeks ago. He was a really fun guest. There's Jason and Scorcher, just so badass. We had another little announcement. The Waddy Fest in a few weeks here between Louisville and Lexington. There's a little bitty town called Waddy. There's a little bitty music festival we hold there a couple of times a year. Several bands. There's bands coming in from Akron. St. J's coming in from Akron to play. Devil Be My Judge is going to be there. I'm going to play my stupid little acoustic act. I'm going and it's going to be a really fun time. Tickets for the entire weekend are $20, camping included. So if you guys want to come, I'm just spreading the word, just plugging it in, shameless self-promotion. What?
Why aren't we playing?
Can if you want. My next guest here, 9 Pound Hammer, continuing our series on cowpunk pioneers, or at least I think of as cowpunk pioneers. What's up, guys?
Blaine's muted.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
There we go.
How about now?
Aaron, I'm not muted. Can't mute me, man.
Facebook viewer.
Great. We are cowpunk. We didn't invent it, we perfected it, though. Yes. So, yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, we put the punk in, for sure. But the Scorchers, the Scorchers were the live version, early version was the high watermark to go for, that was it. And then most people know them from later on when it got a little cheesy, but they're still great. They're great. But that first bit, if you saw them live, was just like, it's all you thought about until next time you saw them. It was like seeing Kiss when you were a kid or something, They're so good.
I have to agree, though. The Ronchans claimed that I think that first record came out in '83. Is that right? They claim that they contest. Well, I guess that's right around with the Scorchers, but totally different universes. I mean, that's like New York Yankee cowpunk versus Scorchers really doing it. But it's and then it all rooted in the Ramones. So, but Jason was the template.
They're cool though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
Glad he's playing. I mean, we're looking for a place to play. I mean, fucking now it's like most of the clubs I have the summer off, and most of the clubs we normally play at are punk clubs, and they're kind of slower to opening up. And the redneck places and farms are like, yeah, party time. So like, we want to go party. I want to play a chicken wing festival. I want to play a place normally I'm Mason. I want to play a harness track. Art fest, wherever, man. That's anything. JC's or whatever, Lions Club, Junior Achievement. I don't care, man.
Tractor pull
right now. Oh my God, they could pull us. Yeah.
Webster County Fair, man.
Yeah.
So,
that's one thing I was going to bring up. Is this common bond I feel with you guys. If you've not seen 9 Pound Hammer or listened to them, they're from Owensboro, Kentucky, which makes me feel like I got a common bond because now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've been corrected before. I say Daviess County. Is it Davis County?
It is, but it's Davis County. I mean,
Davis
County.
There was the laziest. Davis, Lowell, Davis.
It was always.
So
we always would say Davis
Webster
County.
What's the county seat of Webster County? I can get that quite later.
Dixon.
What's
Dixon?
Man, that place is about as desolate as you can get in Kentucky. Really is.
Warren Oates is from Lapoy or like
Depoy.
It's like in nowhere.
Depoy.
Thank you. Depoy. I was stopped there. It's like about 4 feet. It's got one marker. And I was like, well, I think it was these were built around coal mining and strip mining and all that crap at one point.
That's everything down there.
Back in the middle part of the last century, kind of thing.
Yep, Clay is where I'm from. You've heard of a one stoplight town, but we didn't even have that. We had one blinking red light. We had a 4-way stop. That's
Wow. Yeah, we go to places like that and just think we can pick up girls, and they go, "Y'all from Owensboro? We can tell." Like we're in New York or something now.
We're sophisticated. We played Webster County in basketball. We took a bus trip down there, man. It was weird. It was really kind of not scary, but it was just like I said, desolate. That's all I can. It's like, man, I'm glad I don't live here. I'm glad I live in Owensboro.
Owensboro's a really pretty city. Really, what I saw.
It's cool. In theory. I'm going there like in a couple of weeks. I visit my mom a lot during the pandemic crap. So I go there and this is cool. Then it's just like, whoa. I was going to move back there a few years ago. Then my sister said no. And I don't really have that kind of relationship with my sister, but she knows me. She's like, "You're going crazy."
Yeah.
Point taken. No, I thought it'd be easy. I don't have to worry about money. I'd be fine. That'd be great. And yeah, because you can get a house there for $100,000 and on a big. Seriously, it's cheap, and I'm sure we're Dixon too.
We're
Is there a lake in Dixon? Maybe I'll go there.
Oh, there's ponds. There might be a lake there. There wasn't one time. There's a county lake. Raul Nizzoli says Europe needs more 9-pound hammer more than vaccines.
Yes.
Do y'all mind viewer Q&A? Do y'all mind that?
No.
What now?
Oh, no. Mind viewer Q&A?
That's probably the only one from a few you go get. But yeah, we'll answer anything. It's fine. No secrets.
So, how did 9-pound hammer come together? I got kind of a generic list of questions. We'll get on a full different tangents. It happens every time.
Well, we got I guess. Scott probably has a better memory than me. We just wanted to be in a band and avoid regular life, work, stuff like that. And then, and then I think the first time we did it, that's what we wanted at first. But then, when we actually did it the first time, or like the second gig, it was just fun. It's like, regardless if we do it, this is fun just doing it. It's so great. And Scott had a really good quote when we were doing it. We listened to cassette back of their first really good gig. And he said, "Well, this is fun, and I'm going to do this as much as possible." Cool,
Yeah, we played my sister's wedding reception at this VFW in 1985, and it was just like a perfect night. And we weren't really that good, but it was just a perfect night. And Blaine and I were sitting out there afterwards, and just were like looking at each other, kind of in disbelief, like, man, we pulled this off. This is it. It's just, you're hooked. And it just kind of knew like we're going to continue to do this and try to recapture that, which we, honestly can't really recapture that, just like anything else, but you just keep trying, but we've gotten close, but just one of those things, man, as Blaine says, we got it right the first time as far as what the approach was.
The gig we did there was like, it was just a hodgepodge of people, and it was like older people, like teachers and everything like that. Scott was really good at communicating what was going on. Like, hey, we're going to play faster now, all that stuff like that. So instead of me being this like kind of snobby shit like I was, he got a way, still does have a way of communicating with these people without coming across like an asshole like I do, and just like saying, we're in, just let them know what we're doing, and making sure that everyone
give them a heads up.
And he's always been really good at. Some of my friends said, he can make play in front of 20 people feel like you're at a stadium, and I was like, and it's cool. Well, it's come in handy if you. Sure. Yeah.
Let's see. Is there somebody that you may have saw at a when you was young, like saw on TV or even at a concert or anything that you said, I'm going to do that?
I think all of them. I think every time, every week I could, and this was the first one for me. Kiss Bob Seger in Evansville, Indiana, '76. But that was,
Oh, wow.
And the opening band was Artful Roger. And we moved to a new neighborhood. We moved to a Scots neighborhood. But my friend David invited me to the Kiss concert, and my parents didn't know what that was. But my parents wanted to make new friends, so they made me go. You're going to that concert, boy. Seriously. They said one thing to do is put your hand over your Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Because the hippies will put acid in it.
Put acid in your Coke.
Apparently there's something to that in the Detroit at one point. But anyway, so I went there, and it was me and my friend David in our overcoats. We're afraid to, I don't think, whatever summer, I don't know what we had on. We had too many clothes on. We were afraid to move. And everyone was like smoking weed back then and throwing frisbees and making out and passing out and drinking fucking bottles of Jack Daniels he brought in and stuff. And I was like, whoa. And as soon as the first song hit, first note, and it used to be louder back then. And there's a band called Artful Dodger, and the first one was like, bah, and I was just like, I mean, that was it. I was just like, I never sang. It was true, yeah.
I saw Jerry Lee Lewis.
That,
Yeah, I saw Jerry Lee Lewis at the Executive Inn in Evansville, 1974, and that had a profound effect on me. I was drinking kiddie cocktails, half Coke, half Sprite, with a bunch of cherries in them, and they were cigarette smoke. And he had a Marilyn Monroe silk shirt on with like little Marilyn Monroe heads all over his shirt. And man, I always tell my dad, it's like, you can't, you're the one that took me to that, and it's your fault for all this. So, and then of course Kiss and all that. I mean, Kiss and Aerosmith and just a big thing for me was when I went to Sears. We had a Sears, and I got the K-Tel record. It had Radar Love on there, and in Sweet Home Alabama, and I just played that thing nonstop, and then literally stole money in my mom's purse to go buy records.
Yeah. So the only thing I stole money for, man. That's it. That's the thing. Yeah. I've never stolen anything in my life, but I would walk out of my friend's house with Armful of Records and not tell them. I mean, they figured it out. I mean, I was banned from my friend Roger's house for like 2 weeks for doing that. So I came over and go, oh, he said I could have these. I walk out. But it's necessary.
Facebook viewer Aaron Kendall Spurlock says, hi from Shelbyville, Indiana. Hi, sis. See if shout out my sister real quick.
She's the only one listening.
No, you got an audience here.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
There was a good one here, and I don't want to mispronounce her name, but I must say Ciao Amorum. Have you guys ever considered doing concerts in Brazil?
Yeah. I'll go to Brazil.
Blaine's played there, but Hammer, we'd love to do it
twice. I don't care where we play. You can hand me a kazoo. There's a couple of places where the atmosphere outweighs the actual gigs, and one's Japan and one's Brazil. I mean, but you need someone to take care of everything. And it costs so little when you eat. I mean, just you pull over side of the road, they have coconuts for $2. They whop off the top, but strong. I mean, just if I can't tell you how great it is, you'll both hate me. So hopefully, Hammer will get there. I'm serious. But you play on like the professional club we played at. They had a Marshall for me that was I can't get is this big, and it didn't sound good, and they didn't care. Yeah, I was weird. I was there. Nashville Pussy played a pickup gig in the rainforest at a festival where no one had ever seen women play music, and it was a couple thousand people, and it was 105 degrees at sunset, and they had air conditioning everywhere, and we were drinking beer on ice, and no matter how many beers you drank, you didn't get drunk. We played. It was great. Anyway. Yeah, it's been years since we're back there, but I'll go there under any circumstances. I don't have to make money or anything. It's great. So tell them yes. We'll set it up. We're there. It's a short flight from Miami. It really is not. It's not as expensive as going to Europe. It really is not.
Supposed to ask you about Country Dick Montana and the beet farm from the beet farmers. That's Jason.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We opened up for them at UK 1986. We had one record out, and I got to hang out with them. We took them to the liquor store in Blaine's car, which was filled. Blaine wasn't even drinking really or partying much then, but he had, big red bottles and, Bama Pie wrappers. Anyway, got in Country Dick and took him to the liquor store, got some Captain Morgan's spiced rum. And then during Happy Boy, I carried around on my shoulders. And yeah, it was great. They were great. They were absolutely great. A big influence.
50. It was
great. We got $50.
It was great though. Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Hey, here's a picture.
We somehow weaseled on that. Yeah.
Here's a picture of our first practice at my mom's house.
That's me sideways there.
That's Blaine. And there's me in the background. I had a microphone tied to a rake. Taped to a rake, and we're playing Louie and Wild Thing and Come On Everybody and shit like that. And so that's 1985 in Owensboro, and then we played the Ross Theater. Played the Ross Theater a couple months later, and never been as nervous. I've never been that nervous ever again in my whole life.
We
pulled it off though.
We were just throwing up.
For real, man, for real.
Throwing up, yeah. And I had no idea. And you talked to other people who played back then, and it was the same thing. And we were well practiced. We only played 15 minutes. We opened up for some high school cover band. They play like Ozzy, and they're nice guys for us to play. But they tore up our set list like halfway through, and then we were ready to fucking just say it didn't go good. That one didn't go good. We were ready to say, okay, we tried. Yeah. There were some punk rockers over in the corner, Dave Kimberling and some other guys, and they loved it. And they came up to us right when we were shit and go, do you want to play with us like next week?
We're gonna headline. We headlined.
Headline, yeah. And we're like, okay. And that was the one that went really well that we recorded.
Oh my God. I was nervous then too. That was super nerve-wracking too. But
yes.
So some of the parents came. We had our guitar player David, his parents came, and then this dude came down the aisle in a wedding dress, and it was it was an iconic show. And then like
the Ross,
one of the parents said why was everybody so mad, banging, jumping into each other and fighting down there? That everybody was slam dancing and stuff. It was the beginning of it, and that was also the final nail in the coffin as far as we're going to do this and take it to where it takes us.
I think we found our audience with the punks. I was like, these guys like, and they were cool. They were the coolest people there. Basically we played with the coolest people in town.
YouTube viewer Paul Troy.
Troy.
Do you remember a Black Sheep gig at Great Scots where the bass player broke his glasses, so he wrapped duct tape around his head to hold them on?
No, Glenn. Not specifically, but I don't doubt it. That's Bart, yeah. That's he would play in overalls with no underwear and just boots and stuff, and so
yeah. I think he kept those. We were so fucking broke. I think he might have kept the duct tape for a while. And he still got laid. And he was like fucking 17 or something when he moved up. We were breaking the law. He fucking left home. He wasn't even legally.
Minor across state lines.
In jail, man. Seriously, yeah. It's like, yeah. Talked him into come to Kentucky, He was from Evansville. It was Bart. He lives here. Saw him not too long ago. He's a cool dude. Yeah. Hadn't changed much.
Jimmy Fudel, hopefully I said that correct. Go to the Rim in Norton, West Virginia. They would love you.
I don't think we've ever played West Virginia. We've never played West. No. We played Huntington.
No.
We played Huntington. Sluggos. We played there. Yeah, a long time ago though, man. Like '94.
Huntington and Charleston.
Yeah, we played Charleston. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but never like Morgantown, like where you guys have played.
No.
Well,
Morgantown,
man, holler at us. We'll play there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not far. We'll
play.
It's not far at all. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Hey.
We'll play there this fall or winter, man, for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like, we got the whole summer off, man. It's like, we're recording and stuff, but, I got like nothing to do but play, rock and roll all summer. And can't wait. We'll play anywhere right now, man. It's be great.
Do you have a favorite show? Whoa.
Sorry.
Favorite show. Oh, man.
All right, did. Start over.
Favorite show, Blaine. Favorite show.
Favorite show of what?
All time, I guess.
I don't know, man. This the really classic one, the first Vera show, man.
Yeah.
Like, we came from like drawing nobody. I mean, snobby, and Lexington was a bit snobby, and which is hard to picture, but and then we got picked up by Crypt Records, and then we went to the Vera, and it was like the coolest club. We didn't know how cool it was, and it was the coolest club, and it was fucking packed, and it went nuts. They knew all the songs, and it's like
we played for 2 hours almost. We played every song we knew, and that was that one, and then there was one in '94 there too, which was great. But I mean, that's the first show we ever played in Europe, and we didn't really know what we were doing. I mean, we did, but we didn't, and we just watched the video to that the other day, and it was just one of those magical things, honestly, and just raw and honest. It was just honest because we were just flopping around up there, and, this is what we were. We were just like this, fledgling punk band, and had good originals and played cool covers, and it just worked. We played a bunch of shows in like the Black Forest of like Germany, like at these hotels and hostels and like in the middle of nowhere where people just went ape shit, and they were just. I mean, we have a bunch of them that could be in the top 10. We do. I mean,
I was thinking if I could relive any time in my big career. It's like I'd like to go back because I don't know if I appreciated it at the moment. It was, we were. I kind of think it's your stepping stone onto something, but man, I wish I'd appreciate it for what it was, because it's not really ever going to be like that again. And we show up at the Black Forest, and it's a gig we almost blew off in the middle of nowhere. There's no GPS, can't find anything. Everyone's kind of they're all at each other's throat, and we're like, "What the fuck are we doing?" And you pull up, and in the middle of nowhere, and there's hundreds of people. Are just going crazy before we even walk in the door, and it's smoky because you smoked back then, you could barely see, and it's just nothing but cool people and good-looking girls. I mean, and like
great beer.
I mean, we're 28 at the time. I mean, there's good-looking girls, and they were younger than us, and whatever. It's like, and they were cool. They knew cool music, and they played cool. They played cool music before we played. They played cool music after we played. There's a cool DJ. Listen to cool music in the van. I mean, anytime we were around, that time was just cool. And regardless of
it'll never be replicated.
It was cool. Yeah, because I don't. Even though when I do stuff now that I do really well in, I don't. There's nothing cool except me being someplace or something like that, or Hammer being someplace. I don't really have there's not really a cool scene, and there was a scene, and it didn't really I don't think I really appreciated it, or I think I would like to go back and just savor more of the moments, because it was it was financially frustrating, a lot of other things too, but it was very. I was also in awe. Part of me was always just looking around and going, "Wow, look at all this shit!" We were Kentucky and we recorded these songs, and this is way before the internet. And all of a sudden, these people on the other side of the world know every fucking word, and they're going crazy, and they're actually like taking it. I remember when the first album came out, Scott said, "I just want someone out there, like one good review, one person, like if we could just connect with one small group of people and it did way better than we originally thought at the time. It was like, and Crip was a big record label in Europe, and it was like the hip thing, and it was the big thing to where like it was in all you if you walked into a record store and you were in Germany or something like that, you saw all your stuff. I mean, it was they'd have it on display. You're like shit. No, there was frustration about turning it into a lot of money and stuff, but like no one made any money back then, and it was just good. God, it was just good music, and that's what everyone lived for. It sounds corny as that sounds, It was like that we talked about all the time. That's when you got drunk, when people at the show talked about music, and did you hear this? Have you heard this before? And that's when you had to really investigate, dig to find the right information to people and stuff. You couldn't just send them a Spotify list or something. You had to so it was very concentrated. And I miss it, And I mean, I'd probably be when I fucking die, that's what I'm going to be thinking about. If there's a heaven, I'd want those 2 or 3 years of crypto are going to be being a loop in my head.
Yeah,
it was great. It was real fucking great.
We had we had all-time shows in Lexington though too. I mean, like at some at the Rockledge, and then at Lina's, like 2000. I mean, you look back, we got video of that. It was on par with as wild and people into it as anything. And then we go up to Canada. I mean, we'd go to Winnipeg, Canada. We had these little places, little hammer spots, man, like in Normal, Illinois, and just have these little cult followings here and there, and just we'd have these magical shows and connect, and people are into it. They know, and they know the songs, and we're appreciative. But there's about 10 or 20 that all kind of blend together, and you could interchange. I think. I mean,
well, the original. Okay, now that you mentioned it, the original reunion show Atlanta was like,
oh my God, yeah, right,
and Bill, and it was like four pissed off motherfuckers playing, songs about taters, and we had the greatest introduction. There's a video of it. And
there's video, not very good. I thought it was better than it was, but it's not good.
No, it's not. It's on the side of the stage, but our friend Jim Stacy introduced us, and he goes, "Here's the band I grew up with, and the band you missed out on." and it was just like boom. And there had to be 300 people there, 3 or 4.
Yeah, there were
like an Echo Lounge. That was the best, and it was just there was something about it. It was like blowing off steam. It's like someone had been out to sea for 2 years and coming back and having a room full of whores or something. It was just like, blah. It was great. It really was, and that was that version. I mean, I like our version we have now, but this kind of if there was like a old classic lineup. I mean, it was like when they had Matt and Bill for Hayseed, Time Bomb. That was great. I think we're better now, but I mean, the new album might be the best one, but there was something about that little, it was underappreciated little nucleus we had there. Like have a overqualified drummer and me and Matt having very just really good rhythm and a lot of emphasis on the lyrics, of course, and and we couldn't really fall back on those or the way we played back then. It was just like it was all song oriented. Still is, but even more so. That's like the Hayseed Time Bomb era.
I love Hayseed Time Bomb. Bobby Vest, Facebook viewer, asked, "Why the name 9 Pound Hammer?"
Well, we were kicking stuff around, and I don't know. I think it just we had some really bad. We had Black Sheep for a while. That was that was pretty cool, but that was kind of what's the word? That's been used, and it was a little obvious. A little obvious. It fit, but it was obvious. And I just I don't know, man. I just said I don't know. It was one of those deals.
Scott thought of it.
I mean, but because Merle Travis is from around there, and then just the symbolism of the hammer and all that, and it just I said it, but then Blaine's like, "Oh, that's it," and there we are.
Well, it took us a while because he liked it and I loved it, and then we did it first, and then we changed our name, and then we changed to Black Sheep because the people we had to talk to playing playing with us didn't like Knock on Hammer.
I know, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And,
That was our second name. Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we were called the Raw Recruits, and we were called, which is, that's bad. I mean, then Black Sheep, that was
Raw
idea,
Recruits.
that's real generic, man. Yeah, and then also we had like, and then, me and Scott went to school with Merle Travis's nephew, who wrote that. But the version of Nine Pound Hammer we knew was John Prine from Sweet Revenge record, and that's the version I knew. I didn't really know, even though we went to school with Merle Travis and we were friends with him. Didn't really know what it was because you didn't have, once again, internet, Spotify, old records, CDs, didn't have that shit. So you just kind of took the word for it and go, "He wrote that song?" Yeah. You looked at the credits, go, "Yeah." But the John Prine version, I was like, "Yeah, I mean, that's perfect." So we finally talked when we got our second drummer, Darren, in the band. I think we finally talked to our bass player, Bart, the guy with the glasses and the duct tape. And because he was, we wanted everyone to be happy. He was like, "Yeah, I get it. Okay, Knock Down Hammer, we got it." And so it was like, "Okay, cool." And I was sad because Black Sheep was a little dumb. I don't know. That's my idea. That's my idea.
Lay Black Sheep.
No, it wasn't my idea. Yeah, it was Lay Black Sheep. Toby Myrick, our drummer at the time, was putting Ellie in front of it because he thought his
girlfriend lived in Montreal.
Which it does. His girlfriend lived in Montreal. It's not even grammatically. I mean, I like the guy fine, but it's not even grammatically correct. As Ellie, it would be LES instead of LE. But and we put our posters up and said "Love Black Sheep," and I remember like some of the hip people in town, which there were. This is a fucking hip town back in 1980. Still is. 85, 86. This was like a place to go, man. And these people look at us and they go, "Love Black." It wasn't good. We had to work. That was a hurdle.
It was one time. That was one show like that. Or like, man, dude.
I know, but it looked stupid, and we had to prove ourselves after that.
Golly.
Well, here's my counter question to the best concert question.
Hey, Jason.
Is there a worse show that you'd like to tell us about?
Stevenson Station.
Oh no!
Worst show?
Worst show, Stevenson Station, which was actually like would have put Gigi Allen to shame, but that one.
Either that or one of the Johnny. I mean, I love Johnny. Johnny Hot Rod had a string of them, and we were second.
Yeah, man.
And they weren't that. You know what? No, they weren't as bad as Brian Moore got drunk at Stevenson Station, and he. And
Rob. Rob was drunk too. They were, yeah.
But Brian, I had to put his bass around him and set his tone, and I had to put a set list what key things were in, and I told him just hit that root note, and that's it. And he swung his bass to the kid. Whatever. I like.
He pushed me down some stairs.
It was like 3 stairs, but that's not good.
No,
no. And we got we went and we got Matt Bartholomew that night, so he was there, and he was like, and Matt fit really well. I mean, I love Brian, but Matt played the same rhythm as me because Matt played guitar in a band from Owensboro, Kentucky called Wyatt Heine, and comparable guitar skills. I mean, basically interchangeable. Mine was a little more country, but like. When we hit like G, C, and D, it sounded like whoa, instead of like it sounded like it's perfect. You can't beat it. It was a wall of sound. Perfect little rhythm. Then we got Bill on top of that. Then it was like kind of like it was like a big wall. There's a wall there for a little bit.
And we had a good run with Rob Holzman too. I really, he played the first show. And
Rob's been in 2 runs.
Yeah.
He's been a couple of runs now. We went through, we went through people back when people didn't go through people that much. And now everyone goes through people, so it's no big deal. But we weren't going through drummers like
it was Spinal Tap-esque, it was.
Yeah, like that's like going through 3 and 10 years that back then was unheard of. And like now, yeah.
Well,
it's not easy.
I saw him play with Nashville Pussy. Last time I saw Nashville Pussy, I think.
Where's that?
That was the night that Ryder climbed up the light frame.
Oh, that fucking place in Nashville. That was great. That show wasn't good.
That was Louisville.
Oh no, you're talking about the festival outside.
That's
She did
Louisville.
that. No, it was like in
No,
Asheville.
this
That weird. She might have done a little. She did a lot actually. So who knows? Yeah, she did a lot. Yeah. Louisville was never big for whatever reason. Both bands, Louisville's not hadn't been.
Well, we had our
We played last time.
we had our
did
run
okay.
in
We had a run
at
at first.
Tooligans for
Yeah.
we were the house band. We played there
Yeah, we
every
did good.
3 or
We
4
did good.
months.
It just then I don't know what happened, but the end of our last one was great.
Tooligans is gone. Tooligans
Yeah.
is gone. Oh man, it's sad.
We
Sad
had
story.
some really great shows there. I mean, we had some we had a good roll run there.
Tooligans in mid '80s, late '80s was great. It was great. After that kind of like after our people left there, we really didn't have in or anything. So we kind of we're like fucking an hour away. We haven't played it that much,
So you got a new album coming out, or can you talk about that?
Oh yeah.
Well, no, I couldn't.
New album. The new album, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. We can talk what we want. I mean, but it's just people aren't going to believe us till they hear it. Because even if it was terrible, we go, "Oh, it's great." No, it's fucking amazing. I've never heard anything like it. I mean,
yeah, it's a step above.
We might have a classic. I know.
It's a step above Bluegrass Conspiracy.
It's different than the last one, and also maybe better. Or I don't know. Everyone. All came together and shit. It sounds a little corny, but everyone had songs and we had time because usually I'm busy and I have to come in and drive all day. Then we set up and we do something. Then we go play a gig and I'm gone. And so I came in here like I'm doing now and just like, well, I live here, so we'll do like regular people do. Like we go to play for a couple hours a day after everyone goes off work and out of frustration and actually creativity instead of like as a necessity or a business thing. It's like just like it was very it was a lot of corny. I can say a lot of corny words, but it's like it was great. It's fucking great. And we had Daniel Ray produce it, so that was stepped up.
The fifth Ramon.
Definitely, like he's very good with vocalists. He's great with vocalists, man. I was like he's good with people, period, and he's good with he knows how to get the end. He knows how to get to the end and make it as good as possible. And he loved it. And I didn't know what he thought at first. He was into it, but he grew on him, and it's really really good. Look for it, and hopefully.
Yeah, we're going to be doing hopefully doing some showcase shows August, September. Hopefully this thing will be out. It should be. It's going to be called When the Shit Goes Down. And, it's 14 songs. Like Blaine said, everybody brought songs in and a lot of collaboration. It's just, it's another step up. Bluegrass was really great. And, but I think this takes it, to another level, whatever you want to call it. It's just an extension of what we've been doing. And, we know what we're doing now. That's for sure. So,
man, I can't wait to hear it. I know that.
No, we've listened to it a bunch.
We could have sent you a song or two, actually, but I guess we didn't think of that.
But
you still can.
Well, I wonder if Mark or Brian out there, they could send a song to you on Dropbox.
No, we'll get you some stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, anything else we want to plug in before we wrap this up?
We're playing a gig actually at Wapakoneta May 8th. It's like a honky tonk pizza place, and we booked it or Scott booked it a couple of months ago, and it's gonna. Don't worry. I mean, it's gonna be a socially distanced gig anyway. It's gonna be a smatter.
Not for long.
Eating pizza and a bunch of
Not once the music starts, man. It's gonna be chaos. It's called Route 33 Rhythm and Brews in
Route 33
Ohio.
Rhythm and Brews. Jason plays there all the time.
Jason's played there. Dan Baird's played there. Hey, Brad, just hit me up for the show, I guess, on Facebook, Scott Luallen. Yeah, we'll play West Virginia, man. I'd love to.
There you go, man.
Yeah. Or anybody, just get with me, or just get with me on Facebook. Just message me, and we'll try to get wherever we're wanting to play shows.
I'm gonna try to get y'all Waddy.
I mean,
she tried to come to.
I just stopped in Waddy last week. It's weird.
Cheapest place in the world to buy gas.
Yeah,
where
the 76 there, right?
Where is it?
The 76 at Waddy, 76 truck stop. Used to be.
There's a Love's. And
now, it used to be 76. There used to be a 76, and on the way back from a Tooligan show, I stopped in there. In Saint Vitus. This band called Saint Vitus was in there eating. They used to have a restaurant and stuff. They were coming back from Lexington. We were coming back from Louisville, and we ended up talking to them and stuff like that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it goes back when no one really looked like that. I remember.
Oh yeah,
we looked at them and they looked at us, and we're like,
they were like, whatever Danzig, Black Sabbath Danzig thing.
Happened to cross paths because everyone looked normal around those parts, but there was like this heavy band and a punk band and stuff, So yeah, that was pretty weird. That was Waddy Patona, right?
Waddy
Patona.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's on a little
William
farm.
Edward Stakelin. No, I'm just seeing your guys pop up here. What's up, man?
He played guitar on Jason's album.
All right, good deal.
He's a hell of a guitar player. Shelby County in the house.
Right on.
Shelby County.
We were talking before the show.
Charles Hurt.
We were talking before the show. You and I try to stay away from COVID and politics on the show, but you had a very funny story to see if you would mind sharing your COVID story.
Blaine. Terrible, man. I don't fucking hear anyone's fucking COVID stories.
No, you're going to play about tell them about the Easter basket, man. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, well, I had to care. Yeah, that's the only COVID story. I was so freaked out about the very beginning about going anywhere, and I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. But I had to get an Easter basket for this kid. And so I ran into the grocery store and grabbed the first thing I saw and paid for it and panicked and ran out, threw it in the trunk, didn't tell anyone I got it, and I was going to make it a big surprise. And I looked at it and I got an Easter basket full of cat toys. So that's as good as my COVID stories get, man. I mean, besides we recorded a record and stuff. Apparently it takes a lot of people to make a good story, and that's it. So
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, we can I mean, I would just be glad when I can tell normal stories about bumping into people and not freaking out, or be able to cough without everyone looking like I fucked up.
Yeah, we rehearsed and recorded this thing through the heart of this COVID thing. I mean, we did. I mean, we were careful, but nobody.
Careful as Daniel was pretty. Daniel was pretty hard ass. He's like, so no Thanksgiving, no going out. I mean, when he going out anywhere, everything shut down. I was like, Blaine, no groupie friends, when you're druggy, drunk friends, nothing. So we had like 5 weeks of being, just us pretty much, going to and from, That's good though. That's good. Worked out. Plus it worked out as far as studio wasn't booked. Airbnbs weren't booked. Plane tickets were cheap. Everything was cheap, and I couldn't go out. I'd go get pizzas. You'd have to stand outside and bring it to you in a hazmat suit and come bring it back, So, I now the COVID now is kind of going away. It's been harder and harder for me to book stuff coming here. So everything's going up in price and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's it. Enough. Kiss that your goodbye, please. I don't know, man.
No doubt.
Best thing about it was that fucking record, man. And yeah, seriously. Hopefully I have fond memories now.
This has been so great. Thank you guys so much.
Man. I'm glad it worked
out. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube yet, please do. If you haven't liked the Facebook page yet, please like the Undergroundopolis Facebook page, as well as get to the 9 Pound Hammer group and like their pages and everything. It's a pretty active group. It's been pretty fun. And man, we'll you guys hang out.
See you in Waddy.
Cool.
We're our Undergroundopolis. I'm your host, Rob Lyons, signing off. Thank you all
right.
again.